The billionaire watched the little girl collapse on live television. The crowd screamed. Security rushed forward. And for the first time in 20 years, the most feared businessman in South Korea looked terrified because the child lying on the floor was carrying a secret that could destroy everything. A secret she was never supposed to know, and a secret someone was willing to kill for. For 20 years, Kang Jae-Hyun believed he had everything. Power, money, respect, fear. As chairman of the powerful Ha-Eun Group, his name controlled banks, hotels, technology companies, and politicians. Employees feared him. Competitors avoided him. The media called him the Iron Chairman, and he liked it that way. Cold, untouchable, unbreakable. What nobody knew was that beneath all the success was one regret. 20 years earlier, he had fallen in love. Her name was Ha-Eun Mi-ra. She was kind, gentle, and completely different from the ruthless world he lived in. But Jae-Hyun's wealthy family hated her. They considered her poor, unworthy, a distraction. When his father discovered their relationship, he issued an ultimatum. Choose the family, or lose everything. Young and ambitious, Jae-Hyun made the worst decision of his life. He chose power, and he never saw Mi-ra again. Over time, he convinced himself she had moved on, married someone else, built another life. It was easier that way, until one rainy evening changed everything. The message arrived anonymously. No sender, no name, no explanation, just a video. Jae-Hyun almost ignored it, but curiosity made him press play. The footage showed a young woman, around 19 years old, standing outside a small bakery, laughing, smiling, looking directly at the camera. Then, the video ended. A second message appeared. Your daughter is alive. Jae-Hyun froze. The room suddenly felt colder. His hands trembled. His daughter? Impossible. Mi-ra had never told him she was pregnant. Someone had to be lying. Yet something about the girl's face disturbed him. Her eyes, her smile, her expressions. She looked frighteningly familiar, like someone he had spent years trying to forget. The next morning, he hired private investigators. 3 days later, they returned. The results shocked him. The girl was real. Her name was Kang Jae-Hyun, 19 years old, university student, part-time bakery worker, no criminal record, no wealthy connections, no knowledge of her biological father. The DNA results confirmed it. She was his daughter. For 19 years, she had lived only 3 hours away, and he never knew she existed. Jae-Hyun immediately ordered a meeting. But before it could happen, disaster struck. The bakery where Ha-Eun worked exploded. Police called it a gas accident. The case was closed within hours. But Jae-Hyun didn't believe it. Someone had sent him that video. Someone wanted him to find her. And less than a week later, someone tried to kill her. That wasn't coincidence. That was a warning. Ha-Eun survived. Barely. The explosion left burns on her arm and injuries that required months of recovery. When Jae-Hyun secretly visited her hospital room, he expected anger, questions, confusion. Instead, he found something else. Strength. Even injured, she was comforting other patients, making them laugh, helping nurses. The sight shattered something inside him. For years, he had believed kindness was weakness. Yet his daughter possessed more strength than many executives he knew. For the first time in decades, guilt consumed him. He should have been there. He should have protected her. He should have known she existed. And now someone wanted her dead. Determined to uncover the truth, Jae-Hyun reopened old records connected to Mi-ra. That was when he discovered something horrifying. Mi-ra hadn't abandoned him. She had tried to contact him. Dozens of times. Letters, messages, phone calls. Every attempt had disappeared before reaching him. Someone had intercepted them. Someone had deliberately kept them apart. And whoever did it had been successful for nearly 20 years. As investigators dug deeper, 3 names emerged. Chairman Choi, his oldest business rival, a man who had spent years trying to destroy Ha-Eun Group. Park Min-soo, a former executive fired for embezzlement, a man known for holding grudges. And Lee Soo-jin, Mi-ra's closest friend, the woman who had supported her after the breakup, the woman everyone trusted. At first, Lee Soo-jin seemed impossible. She had helped raise Ha-Eun. She attended birthdays, school events, hospital visits. She was practically family. No one suspected her, which made her dangerous. Meanwhile, Ha-Eun finally learned the truth. The ruthless billionaire was her father. The revelation shattered her world. For 19 years, she believed her father didn't care. Now, she learned he never even knew she existed. Part of her wanted answers. Another part wanted nothing to do with him. Yet despite everything, she agreed to meet him. The meeting was awkward, painful, emotional. Neither knew what to say. But slowly something unexpected happened. A relationship began to form. For the first time, father and daughter started becoming family. And someone watching from the shadows hated every second of it. Then came the second attack. A truck sped toward Ha-Eun while she crossed the street. Seconds before impact, Jae-Hyun shoved her away. The vehicle missed her, but crashed into him. The billionaire survived. Barely. The driver disappeared. No weaknesses. No answers. But one thing became clear. Someone was escalating. Someone wanted Ha-Eun dead. Then the investigation exploded. Financial records that connected Chairman Choi to suspicious payments. Evidence linked Park Min-soo to criminal groups. Both men looked guilty. Both had motives. Both became prime suspects. The media went wild. Police launched raids. The public celebrated. Finally, the villains had been exposed. Or so everyone thought. Because the real mastermind was smiling while everyone looked in the wrong direction. Weeks later, Park Min-soo was arrested. Chairman Choi faced criminal investigations. The attack stopped. The danger appeared over. Jae-Hyun finally relaxed. For the first time in months, he believed his daughter was safe. That was his mistake. Because villains are most dangerous when they think they've won. One night, Ha-Eun received an anonymous package. Inside was an old flash drive. Nothing else. No note. No explanation. Curious, she opened it. The screen filled with videos. Old videos. Hidden recordings. Secret conversations. And one recording changed everything. The voice belonged to Lee Soo-jin, Mi-ra's trusted friend. The woman everyone loved. The woman nobody suspected. Ha-Eun listen din horror. Years earlier, Soo-jin had secretly confessed her obsession with Jae-Hyun. She loved him, wanted him, dreamed of marrying him. But he never noticed her. He only loved Mi-ra. The jealousy consumed her. When Mi-ra became pregnant, Soo-jin saw an opportunity. She intercepted the letters, destroyed messages, blocked communication, manipulated both sides. And when Mi-ra died years later from illness, Soo-jin positioned herself as Ha-Eun's protector. Not out of love, out of control. The entire tragedy began with her. But the recording revealed something worse. The bakery explosion. The truck attack, the anonymous threats, all of it. Soo-jin had orchestrated everything. She believed if Ha-Eun disappeared, the truth would disappear too, and no one would ever discover what she had done. The betrayal devastated Ha-Eun. This wasn't an enemy. This was the woman she trusted most. The woman who tucked her into bed as a child. The woman she called aunt. The woman she loved. And she had been the villain all along. Police moved quickly, but Soo-jin vanished. No phone, no bank activity. No trace. She disappeared completely. For 6 months, nobody could find her. Then she made a mistake. She contacted Ha-Eun directly. One message, one location, one challenge. Come alone if you want the truth. Against everyone's wishes, Ha-Eun went. The abandoned warehouse stood silent. Dark, empty, waiting. Inside, Soo-jin finally revealed everything. The obsession, the jealousy, the hatred. For 20 years, she blamed Mi-ra for stealing the life she wanted. Then she blamed Ha-Eun for existing. And now she blamed Jae-Hyun for choosing someone else. The years had twisted her mind into something dangerous. Something broken. Something willing to destroy innocent lives. But she wasn't prepared for what happened next. Ha-Eun had recorded everything. Every confession. Every word. Police units stormed the building. Soo-jin was arrested. The nightmare was over. Or so everyone believed. Because one final mystery remained. Who sent the first anonymous video? The video that revealed Ha-Eun's existence to Jae-Hyun. Even Soo-jin didn't know. Months later, while sorting through old belongings, Ha-Eun discovered her mother's personal journal. Hidden inside was a sealed envelope. Inside the envelope was a letter, written years before Mi-ra died. The letter explained everything. Mi-ra had known she was running out of time. She feared Ha-Eun would grow up without knowing the truth. So she hired a lawyer and left instructions. If anything happened to her, evidence would be released when Ha-Eun turned 19. The anonymous video wasn't sent by a stranger. It wasn't sent by police. It wasn't sent by an investigator. It was sent by her mother. Years after her death. A final act of love. A final attempt to reunite a father and daughter. A final gift from beyond the grave. When Jae-Hyun read the letter, he broke down. For 20 years, he believed he had lost everything. Yet the woman he loved had never stopped trying to bring him home. And the daughter he never knew had become the person who saved him from himself. 1 year later, Ha-Eun Group announced a new foundation. Not in the billionaire's name. In Miare's. Dedicated to helping single mothers and disadvantaged children. Ha-Eun became its director. Not because she inherited power, but because she earned it. The girl who nearly died became a symbol of hope. The daughter who was hidden became impossible to ignore. And the ruthless billionaire who once valued power above everything finally learned something money could never buy. Redemption. Sometimes the greatest betrayal comes from the person standing closest to you. Sometimes the hero is the person nobody notices. And sometimes the truth survives for years, waiting patiently for the right moment to be discovered. Because secrets can hide, lies can survive, and villains can win for a while. But eventually, the truth always finds its way home.